Hello, gentle viewers. This is Avindian, welcoming you to Out of the Park Baseball 21. We are at the midway point of 2026, having just won the World Championship last season. And we need to make a decision about one specific player, Nolan Arenado. And I did a lot of thinking since I last did this video. And one conclusion I've definitely come to, I'm not re-signing him. Bobby Witt Jr. can be like 80% or 90% of him at a much cheaper price. And so, to that end, I'm not keeping Arenado. So this gives me two options. Option one, I trade him. Option two, I keep him and try to get a draft pick out of him when someone else signs him. And here's the interesting thing. The best move right now would be to trade him now. But the best move for the future would be to get ourselves a nice early draft pick next year. Now, it's entirely possible that the team that signs Mr. Arenado was like the Yankees or something. In which case, I get a second first-round pick, but it's not necessarily one that's going to improve things. So I am going to at least kick the tires on trading him. I'm not going to commit to anything. I just want to see what I can get. And I'm specifically looking to upgrade center field. So let's see what gets offered to me. Ah, delicious. Yeah, this is all garbage. Nope. I have effectively decided I will never trade Arenado, and I'll just take the draft pick at the end of the season. Oh well. We tried. Beyond that, is there anyone else that we might want to consider trading? I can't trade Gratterall, thanks, jerk. I'm probably overpaying for a lot of my bullpen. Which can, to be quite frank, be easily rectified. Now, I'm not convinced yet. I'm not convinced he's going to be worth a bigger contract. Like, right now, he's not bad. I don't think anyone would say he's bad. But I don't see him as being worth a multi-million-dollar a year contract just yet. I'd like to see how he does by the end of this season and then make my decision on him. The good news is pretty much everyone else is fine. Now, we do have a decision coming. And it's coming very, very quickly. And that decision's name is Emerson Hancock. And it's the worst kind of decision, the decision we have no control over. If he chooses to opt out, that could gut our rotation. So we're going to have to think long and hard before we make any other big expenditures. The next ones coming down the pike are Daniel Corona Jr. and Austin Hendrick. Both of whom are doing quite nice right now, neither of whom have been particularly impressive. The other player to trade is Dory Lorenzo. And let's face it, everything Lorenzo does, Corona Jr. does better. Except take walks, but it is what it is. I am not willing to pay him millions of dollars in arbitration. But on the other hand, he can't qualify for arbitration this year, and it makes sense to wait a bit. So I will, in fact, wait a bit. Bobby Witt Jr. could get expensive, but not that expensive. I'm just not willing to pay him until I know that he's worthwhile. So, there's no one else I really feel like trading. So, the premier question at this point is, can Harold Cole be the leadoff hitter that this team needs? And we're going to find out real soon. But I just want to explain my thought processes there. Jordan Guerrero, absolutely not. I mean, he has been consistently quite nice. Is Casey Schmidt doing okay? He is. And Schmidt adds so much more utility to the roster. I'm going to go ahead and send you to AAA. Oh, right. I got to put you on the 40-man. Fine. Then you can go to AAA. Any big news? Oh. You traded Shane Bieber. Is one of these guys someone that was on my list? Jake Tucker was. There we go. You will give me... I mean, he's an okay starter. And all you want is Graffinino. Graffinino is kind of the ultimate leadoff hitter, though. Maybe the solution to my problems have been sitting in the majors all along. I've just been ignoring him. Because he's so good at getting on base, right? He's really good at it. I'm going to say no for now, but I think this may be a solution to the problem I never thought of. Like, I don't need a guy that hits for power. I need a guy that gets on base a lot. So, thanks but no thanks, Boston. Because I want to see how Harold Cole does. Because Cole's the better player. But Graffinino might just be the better leadoff hitter. But I want to at least give Cole a chance to keep the job before I change things up on us. Excellent. Well done, Edwin Diaz. Oh, well done. 3 homers for Arenado. Very nice. You're going to miss a week. That's okay. So, Mr. Cole. You are not hitting at all. Alright. With that being known, I'm going to demote you, and I'm going to call up Graffinino. And I'm going to make Graffinino the designated hitter. Hang on. Graffinino was like a legendary first baseman. So maybe the solution here is... No, I like Mountcastle. We will go and make Graffinino the DH, though. And also make him the backup. No, that's fine. I'm not going to mess with it too much. Garcia, dude. I wish you were able to draw walks. It's the one part of your game that's so frustrating. And right now, you are not playing like the guy whose contract that I gave to. That was English, after a fashion. Well, let's see how Graffinino does. And I have high hopes he can be the leadoff hitter we need. But we'll see. That is the most frustrating part of this team right now. And I think the key to all of our problems is finding a top-notch center fielder in either free agency or in the draft. Player development. Some interesting changes here. I can get behind that. Daniel Corona Jr. is Rookie of the Month. Very nice. Judson Fabian is still obliterating baseballs. I've got to find a spot for him on the roster, and I think his spot is going to be taking over as designated hitter in the very near future. Cabrera continues to be excellent. Maybe not the MVP caliber he was last season, but still very excellent. I think we just go ahead and ride this out for the rest of the season. Okay. Garcia's hurt, which instantly increases the value of Cole. Because one of Cole's best features is his ability to hit, to play second base. Hernaiz could also be the leadoff hitter we're looking for. You know what? Let's let Hernaiz play second base for a while and see what he can do given regular playing time. I mean, the downside is, of course, that Cole can't play... oh, here we go. Problem solved. Like, all I want from you, Grafnino, is to just get on base. A lot. And how long are you out for? I don't think you'll miss the playoffs, which is good. Yeah, I think it's, you know, knock on wood, it's highly unlikely we're not going to win the AL East this season. I think we're just too good. Missing Pierrette for a week isn't the end of the world. Anything interesting here? You hit home run number 500. Nice. What the what? $59 to nothing. Okay, I gotta see this. This is... give me schedule. My God. We've just been getting, like, vaporized every single game. Like, holy shit. Damn. Alright then. Okay. I was wondering why everyone is like, yeah, everyone has like 12 hits. That's gotta be a bug, but it's a hilarious bug. Alright, Garcia's ready to come back. Hernaiz is actually hitting okay. But I think we go ahead and demote Cole again. And let's just let him develop a bit more. Because he's still got a bit of room to grow. And I'd like to see him do that. So we'll call Garcia back up. Sorry. And then let's go ahead and let you do your thing, game. Yeah, we really need a classic center field leadoff hitter. And I think that will solve many problems. Not that Ta was bad, because he certainly isn't. He's a very good power hitting center fielder. He's just not what this team needs. Like, I'll keep him for a couple more seasons, but he's not what we desperately need. But yeah, so the plan is going to be Witt Jr. takes over at third. And then Fabian is called up and takes over as the full-time DH. Maybe even he plays right field. We'll see who's better between him and Hendrick. But I think there's a lot of potential here. Hancock's starting to dip a bit. Mike Reese is losing velocity. It's not a lot, but it's enough to weaken him pretty substantially. Andy Neal. Ooh, John Brown's velocity improved. Nice. You're my one high ceiling pitcher left. You're 22. You've pitched pretty darn well in A-ball. Let's get you to high A for the rest of the season. I think that's good. Ryan Mountcastle is frankly amazing, as is Austin Hendrick. Oh, he's still considered a rookie. Well, shit. I think he's got a high chance of winning Rookie of the Year then. He and Corona can fight for it. I'm instantly going to call up Fabian. I want him on the roster as a possible DH. And what the heck, let's also call up Guerrero and let Guerrero take some pressure off the rest of the bullpen. Your low strikeout rate concerns me, Emmanuel Clace. But you're getting the job done, and that's what matters most. And then go ahead and generate depth chart. Is Graffinino getting on base? He isn't. Then guess what, Graffinino? You just got demoted. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I am not letting you be a designated hitter on a team where there's... Like, I will happily let Judson Fabian try to lead off just because he's such a hitter. And we'll let the chips... Does anyone have a high on-base percentage? You know what? Let's let Corona Jr. lead off and let Fabian bat second. And let's just let the chips fall where they may on that score. And let's go ahead and make him the everyday leadoff hitter. I think that's fair. There we go. All right. Play to the end of the regular season. I should clinch any minute now. But I'm 18 and a half games ahead. Oh. Fork you, Justin Fabian. Dude. You get a chance to show what you can do, and then you instantly blow it. What the hell, dude? We could play Quintana. Yeah, why not? And then you can slide in here as the designated hitter. And generate, please. There we go. And generate. And let's let you rebuild both of these. There we go. Remember how... There we go, we clinched. Remember how we struggled for outfielders, and now I've probably got a good 5 to 6 outfielders I could rotate in and out? That's pretty crazy. And a bunch of players who don't matter are retiring. That's whatever, dudes. We should win over 100 games this year. And it hasn't been that long since we lost 100, so I'm pretty excited about that. But I'm even more excited about getting Hancock back. Kabarkis, you're the worst. Hancock, you're the best. And I'm going to let you replace Peak. I'm throwing you right back into the deep end, my friend, because that's where I want you. I'm hoping that your injury's giving you enough time to rest so that you're ready and willing to go for the playoffs. Your actual value has decreased significantly. I don't know that you'll actually opt out. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I cannot afford to keep Arenado. If he accepts my qualifying offer, which I doubt he will, we can maybe think about that. Danny Lopez, you piece of crap. I hate you so much. Oh, damn. That's a 28th round draft pick that goes away. A standout defensive end? He's 200 pounds. He would get absolutely massacred in the NFL at 200 pounds at defensive end. Come on, Danny. This is a bad decision. You're making a bad decision. You better put on a bunch of weight, my friend, or you're just going to get pancaked by every offensive lineman with a grain of talent. You've made the wrong decision, Lopez, and I'm not happy about that. But I also can't do anything about it. It's my old pal Jacob deGrom. That's fine. I'm going to put you on the designated hitter, or the designated hitter list. The disabled list. And we won 106 games. Let's take stock of that accomplishment. I lost 108 games in my second season, and we had lost 100 games 4 years in a row. We turned this team around extremely quickly. And we have a better than average chance to claim our second world title. Our 5th overall, but our 2nd in a row. Now, I don't want to jinx it, because I'm not convinced that it's a guarantee. But we do have that first round bye, which is quite nice. Ooh, pitching triple crown for Jack Leiter. He led the league in wins, strikeouts, and ERA. Oh, Jack Leiter. This is hilarious. He wins the pitching triple crown, yet he's actually not as good a pitcher as he was the previous season. What's the big difference? Fewer strikeouts, and Moore is very, very picky about strikeouts. Innings are about the same. And he gave up more home runs. War is tied kind of heavily to the 3-tree outcomes, but this dude could easily win another Cy Young. That's pretty redonkulous. All right. Let us simulate today. Now, I know we haven't actually watched any of the 3D games yet. And part of the reason that I haven't is just because of the length of these videos already. But at some point we will do it, I promise. Alright. Let me make sure my playoff roster looks good. I can add one player to the playoff roster. Why are we benching like half the pitching staff? I guess we're not. Okay. I'm instantly going to drop to a 3-man rotation. And it's going to be Leiter, Hancock, and Syndergaard. Don't worry, Pierrette. Can I say Hendricks has been a nice discovery this season? I mean, we gave him a chance to earn a spot, and he's done his best with it. And I am happy about that. Yeah, I'm actually fine with this. The only player I wouldn't mind keeping on the playoff roster is, would be Fabian, but he's not going to be back for a while. And I think we've got the best possible pitchers on this staff, even with Vizcaíno. Vizcaíno threw 90 innings. Why am I keeping him on the roster over someone like, say... I don't need Peak. Please remove Peak from the playoff roster. I'm going to put Vizcaíno there. Because Vizcaíno was a freaking horse this season. He was amazing. And I very much want him on our playoff roster. And look at this shit. He still doesn't have his best changeup. He could be truly special. Yeah, he was my dude in the 7th inning. So let's go ahead and make sure that he's there. And that everyone else can kind of just do their thing. Okay. Playoff coverage. You got lightered, son. Although it did take 10 innings, admittedly. Hancock wasn't great. But Quintana hit 2 homers, which is lovely. And we sweep our way into the ALCS. Perfect. Let us switch to a 4-man rotation and give Pierrette his spot back. Oh, nice. Judson Fabian got a unanimous award for minor league MVP. Which, to be fair, look at this bloody season. He is definitely earning a full roster, a roster spot next season. And then I get to rest a bit and see who wins out of Chicago and the Rangers. Looks like it's Chicago. And then the NLCS is still up for grabs, and there we go. All right, Leiter does it again. That's good stuff. Hancock, good enough. We had a bit of an issue. That's all right. Syndergaard was okay. He wasn't exceptional, but he was okay. Pierrette is good enough. Fabian, I may add you to the roster. No, I'm actually going to leave you off. Because Quintana's been killing it in the postseason. Okay, maybe not so much this series, but I knew Leiter wouldn't let me down. Back to the World Series, second year in a row. Awesome. Go ahead and take him off the DL. Oh, right. Put him on the 40-man and then send him to AAA. It's either going to be the Rockies or the Reds. Go Reds. I don't want to be playing in Colorado. Whew. Okay. I feel a little bit better now. Got Leiter. Leiter does it again. Guys, I know he doesn't have any wins to show for it, but Leiter has been on bloody fire this entire postseason. We're going to lose Vizcaíno for a bit. That's fine. Reds smack around Vizcaíno a bit. Not Mario Mendoza. I literally don't know who you are. A win for the Reds. Okay. The Reds win again. I am somewhat concerned. And you even lit up Leiter? Damn. I guess the Reds were just a team of destiny this year. Which is a real shame. But it happens. Yeah, Leiter just got destroyed. Although, again, let me point out what happened here. Most of the teams stopped hitting. Like, Daniel Cabrera, unimportant. Corona Jr., terrible. Mountcastle, putrid. Rusham was okay. It is what it is. So we're not going to repeat, which is sad. But you know what? I think this is still a season we can be very proud of. And at the end of the day, we can't control who hits or who doesn't hit in the playoffs. We can maybe do a better job of rotating out. But, you know, we're going to have to make some new coaches, but that's fine too. He is pretty happy. We've got a new budget. Lots of people are leaving, which is fine. And I know I don't have any very good prospects, which is whatever. And that concludes our season. I would be lying to you if I didn't say I was a little bit disappointed. But on the other hand, this season was amazing in a lot of ways. Let's bask in the glory of our team. Cabrera, Arenado, Mountcastle, Corona. These are borderline MVP numbers, and we got them from 4 different players, which is just silly almost. Corona's everything we wanted in a shortstop. Outstanding glove. He hit. I could not have wanted more from him this season. And we invested a lot of time into Mr. Corona. And I'm delighted to see he's finally paid off. Like, I know it doesn't look it, but he's already been a professional baseball player for 5 years. And he's finally getting his shot. And I'm excited about that. Arenado posted maybe his best season in the last few. In his final swan song with the Orioles. I couldn't have wanted a better season from him. I'm excited to see what happens to him as long as he doesn't stay in the American League. Ryan Mountcastle led the league in hits and almost hit 50 homers. Remembering, this is a guy who was pretty regularly platooning, and he's just proven to me, nah, I'm good, fam. He's stupidly good. I'm very excited to see what the future brings. I am concerned about him crashing to earth. But if his crashing to earth is 2024, that's still a damn fine first baseman. But yeah, holy shit, 219 hits. Adley Rutschman is ever so slightly disappointing. Ever so slightly. And I think one of the things that might benefit us is next season letting our backup catcher play a bit more frequently. Because Mr. Moeller wasn't bad. He wasn't great, but he wasn't bad either. If Corona doesn't win Rookie of the Year, I'll honestly be shocked. Austin Hendrick got his chance to shine in the majors, and he delivered. I'd like to see him draw a few more walks, but other than that, this is a very accomplished hitter. And I couldn't be happier with his performance. Tim Tawa was pretty good. I still think we're missing that elite center fielder, but I'm perfectly happy with his contribution to our victory this season. Bobby Witt Jr. has more than earned himself the starting third base role. He's proven he can hit in the major leagues, which was my biggest concern, because his minor league track record wasn't anything shocking. But he's proven it to me, and he's going to break camp as our starting third baseman. Unless something crazy happens, like Arenado decides to take the qualifying offer. Which he won't. But I'm fine with that. Hernandez had a pretty nice season as a backup defender. No one played badly, with the exception of people that only had like cups of coffee here and there. Pitching. I mean, Jack Leiter won the pitching Triple Crown. Pierrette is a real workhorse, and I mean that in the most positive sense of the term. He's not an outstanding pitcher. Like, he's not Jack Leiter, but he's pretty doggone good. And I think we'll probably be smart to sign him for a longer contract. Syndergaard had a nice follow-up season. Maybe not quite as good as 2025. In particular, he gave up more homers again. But you know what? Given how much we're paying him, I am more than pleased with what he's providing for us. Hancock was a big disappointment this season, but mostly because of his injury. We've probably lost some of his top end. And the biggest concern is going to be he keeps his contract. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Emerson Hancock will not be worth $20 million by 2030. He just won't be. Maybe he'll prove me wrong, but I have a feeling this is going to bite us on the butt. Hendricks was an excellent pitcher this season, and I feel very confident going into next season with this starting rotation. What's our biggest weakness right now? The bullpen could probably use a bit more work. Everyone ranged from pretty good to slightly less than good. Vizcaíno was amazing. In terms of WAR, Edwin Diaz wasn't that great, but that's fine. Because he still saved 31 games. And I'm comfortable with that. When we needed him, Diaz was there. Clace easily settled in as a nice addition to our bullpen. He was worth every penny. We could maybe get one or two great arms in the bullpen, but here's my biggest concern. Beyond the top 5, we don't have a lot of depth in the pitching department. We've got any number of starters who could maybe pitch like 100 innings here and there, but we don't have the next big thing in the minors, with one single exception, which is Neil. Neil's the only starter that could someday join the likes of Jack Leiter. We're also very weak in prospects. I heard a lot of good things about Lamel this season, but I'm not sure why. It is what it is. He'll figure it out, or he won't. Herrera, you've now pitched 3 years for A-ball. I think a promotion to Double A is warranted. Mike Reese, I'm going to keep you in Double A. You need to get the walks under control, my friend. You just have to. If you do, you're going to be an elite bullpen arm. If you don't, I'm probably going to trade you in a season or two. Yeah, that's what we lack right now. We've got a lot of good players. We've even got a few great ones, but we don't have a lot of okay ones. And there's not much coming up in the minors that's really all that special. Let us close out this episode by quickly reviewing arbitration. Alright, Pierrette. What do you want in a long-term extension? You still want so much money. I can afford it. Can I get one more team option, please? Because he's been really, really solid. More so than any pitcher on this team. I mean, I'm excluding Leiter because Leiter is beyond solid at this point. So let's think about what we're getting here. We're buying 3 years of arbitration at very reasonable prices. We then get 3 years, then we get 2 guaranteed years of free agency and 2 more. In 2033, he's only going to be 32. And I think this is very worth it. I think this is exactly the kind of contract we need to sign. I'm going to go ahead and sign it. Dowie is fine. Fletcher, I'm going to non-tender you. I'm pretty comfortable doing that. Jordan Guerrero, I'm going to non-tender you. Zach Pop. I can keep you. What are you looking for? You're not looking for... You're looking for a pretty big raise. Actually, not that big a raise. I'm lying to you. Can I get you to take $3 million, please? It's still a raise. No, he wants to get paid. All right. 3.4. There you go. Dowie, I'm just going to go ahead and give you a raise. I'm fine with that. You're still making pennies on the dollar. And you do what I need you to do, which is control left-handed hitters. Jeremy Walker, absolutely not. Withdraw. A qualifying offer for sure for Nolan Arenado. I don't want to get nothing for him. That would be absurd. Tanner Witt, I would like to offer you a minor league extension. And everyone else can just do kind of whatever. And I'm definitely not offering Gratterall $15 million because he'll take it. But I'm definitely offering you a qualifying offer. Now, the interesting question is what happens if Arenado signs it? Which I don't think he will. Because if we look at his contract demands, he wants $23 million. He thinks he can get more on the open market, and he's probably right. If he does accept it, we'll cross our bridge when we come to it. But I don't think he will. I'm pretty sure he won't. Then Witt takes over at third base, and then either Fabian or someone else takes over as designated hitter. And we spend the offseason looking for an upgrade in center field. I think that's going to do it for us, though. I would like to thank you very much for watching. We did fall short, but I'm not too upset about that. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your wonderful weekend. And until next time, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.